this support video, I will run through the various options of filtering the data that is used in the various visualizations as part of the KnowledgeSmart Power BI template. So we have incorporated quite an intelligent and intuitive on-page filter system here on the right-hand side. On some visualizations, you will find this filter at the top of the screen. Now, there are a number of options that can be utilized with this filter system, so I will run through those options now. The first thing is you don't have to necessarily use the data fields that we have incorporated in this filter. You can easily remove one of the filters if you like, just by looking in this visualizations panel on the right hand side and clicking that X there. That will then remove that specific label for you. Say for example you wanted to bring in one of your data fields. Let's take data field 1 and just drag that in here. Notice now data field 1 appears, but perhaps I want that to have the real label as per my admin dashboard. So I can go to the format area here on the middle, and under labels just scroll down until you see data field 1, and let's say my data field 1 is office location. Just update that. Notice now the label will be updated here, and I can even just right click here and say rename and update that one as well. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now at the moment this filter is working based on drop down options. That might work for you or it might not work for you. You also have the option to type. So I can see, let's have a look, mine is KS videos. Maybe I know that up front. So I can type in K and it will autofill that option linked to that first letter. So the same thing with my year, I can perhaps type in 2019 and it will filter to that. So I've got the option to use the drop down or to just type in these boxes. As I said, the drop down option might not work for you, so let's run through some other options. So once again, we are in the format area under mode. You will see here that you have various options. Currently it is set to drop down. You also have filter. So if we activate that, it changes to this or that, or that, or that. So it's not incorporating all the fields and it is not filtering all other data when you start filtering down. So that might work better for you. We also have observer. Now observer only works when we've got a few options and we also have maybe a larger area to work with. Because we've got so many options in this filter box at the moment, the observer type might not work so well for us, but that's up to you. And then we also have hierarchy, which is currently in beta stage, which kind of just gives you these little tick boxes that you can use. So that is, you know, up to you. You can start working with, you know, choosing the account, and then you can choose, you know, the all the test names, for example, and just start drilling down using the hierarchy option over here. Okay, let's just make sure they're all active. So that is mode as far as the filter is concerned. Now you have some options. What is the maximum number of items you want in the drop down? So you can put that there. You have the option to filter other fields, or to switch this one off. So this is important because if you had to bring in, for example, a dynamic group name into this, it will filter down to only data where there is dynamic groups, if that makes sense, because it is filtering to other fields. So just keep that in mind, because sometimes you will see a certain filter option grayed out and you don't know why you can't select anything in there. And it's just helpful to know that, you know, if maybe you switch this off, then that would be rectified. Okay. So a few other options that you have here as far as how this works, and then of course appearance, so you can customize the color, the borders, the background colors of the drop down, all of those things. And of course you can change your label names, and you can also lock the aspect if you want to control the size on the screen, the background color, the title, and so on and so on. So quite a few formatting options in here as well. Now, it's important to distinguish between the different filter areas, because people tend to get a bit confused with this. So this is your filter box on the screen, but you also have the filters panel, which of course was an update from Power BI around July this year. So it's also important to understand how these filters work. Okay, so the first filter option is filters on this visual. So if I go ahead and I activate or select a specific visualization, it will tell me filters on this visual. So these are the filters that are currently available. I can drag more into this area here. But say, for example, I wanted to isolate the people that are below 80% completed in terms of their assessments. So I can say percentage completed is less than 80. Now I've activated that filter, but notice only this visualization changed. If I wanted to apply this same filter to the other visualizations as well, I could also use the filters on this page panel or filter area here. So that will then apply the filter across the entire page, not just the selected visualization. The third type of filter is filters on all pages. So say, for example, I wanted to activate a specific dynamic group I've created. Select that one. Now all visualizations on all pages will be under this filter, because it is filters on all pages. If I wanted to double check what filters are active on a specific visualization, Power BI have also brought in this little icon here now. So if I hover over this icon, it tells me which filters and slices are currently affecting that specific visualization. So that is very handy. Sometimes we're just not sure what is happening on a visual, or we're not sure what filters have been applied. So that is helpful to help us navigate that. So if you want to release the filter, just click that icon there. So you can use these filters to control your data, or you can make use of this on-screen filter that we have set for you. If you have many items in your drop-down list, it might not work as well as far as the drop-down option is concerned here. So you might then rather type in the options that you want to filter to. So I hope that this video has been useful for you to help you understand what are the different options to filter down the data that is used on the various types of visualizations. If you have any questions or need additional assistance, please feel free to reach out to us. You can create a support ticket at support.knowledgesmart.net. See you in the next video.